Do I look like someone who thinks I'm a woman?
Haters beware, you're in for a scare.
Wow.
For an average-looking man, you have the ego bigger than your reality.
What does that mean?
I don't know. This person also doesn't have a profile photo. And it's always them though, isn't it? I'm not actually deluded in how I look. I already know that I'm not like the most attractive person ever. That's fine.
Ugly.
I also never like talk about the way people look.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, don't do this because it's stupid, because you're gonna damage yourself. I never go, oh, you're an ugly piece of shit. Like,
I never say that to your friends.
And yeah, well, absolutely. But like, I don't understand why that was like, what?
I also don't understand the whole big ego thing. Where have they got a big ego from?
I feel like I'm actually quite humblage. Do I come up because of the big ego?
You're always saying some weird and disrespectful stuff about Jesus. Please repent.
What am I repenting for, though?
What are you repenting for?
Well, I mean, I want to say squat for Jesus.
That's not weird.
No, Jesus loved a good peach.
Maybe Jesus did squat.
Oh, he did more than squat. He raw dogged the last upper table. We've discovered this many times. Bend over and take it up the tailpipe. I'm like the most unserious person here on the internet. Like, I joke about gout. I joke about Jesus. I joke about death. My whole shtick on the internet is, I'm going to die today. Like, I'm so unserious. And then suddenly, I could joke about all this. I suddenly go, oh, squat for Jesus. And all of a sudden, it was like, no, you're so awful, disrespectful, girls.
It's the repent bit. You're saying squat for Jesus.
Yeah,
do something for him.
Yeah, do it for him.
Yeah.
There was this really funny, I saw this Instagram the other day, and it was like a video. This girl was like, Jesus died for our sins, and being gay is a sin. So Jesus died for the gays. So if you're not gay, you're not doing Jesus proud.
I saw that. I was like, that is the perfect, yeah.
I remember you saying something bad about America. I felt offended. Oh well. But I will say, learn how to speak English, England. England originated the language, but America perfected it.
You're living in a world of make-believe.
We call autumn fall, because leaves fall.
Isn't American English literally like a simplified version of British English?
Yeah.
Which I'm not. British English is not perfect. There's no tit for tat to be had.
I do think British, because they're British, I do think we have like some quite quirky ways of saying words. I quite like the sort of like strange slang that we have here that's like, I always love like old gay terms like woolly woofter and shirt lifter.
And all the different words for penis.
I was right. He is a sex maniac.
Penis, yeah. John Thomas. Todger. Glacé. Cherry. Imagine saying America perfected the English language. You are a prime example. What the fuck? This. You are a prime example of how unintelligent some people are. Literal sheep cheering for things you know nothing about. Also, you're British. What the F do you mean you're excited Trump was found guilty? Quite literally virtue signaling to please your friends and peers.
I can even say virtue signaling.
No,
right?
stupid. UK's #1 pizza glue peddler.
Ugh.
Can I say one thing, right? I find it so funny that these people who are like this, right, are the same people that go, America's #1, America's #1 in the world.
Yeah.
That when anyone has a question or talks about it, you're not from our country, why does it matter? But like, if you're #1 in the world, that means you would have an impact in the entire world. So why would we not be able to have an opinion? If Trump wins the election this time, it affects
the world.
Everywhere else, because international relationships exist.
You stupid white fool.
It's very bizarre. And you are right. It's like so many Americans are like, we're the best country in
We're
the world.
#1.
Okay, so I'm commenting on the fact that having Trump would be an incredibly bad idea for the whole world. Why don't we could just accept that America only impacts America.
Honestly, if Trump wins, I really wish the whole world would just like stop working with America and then like, suddenly it's consequences for our actions.
We can move to the moon.
Shall we? Oh my god, yeah. Oh, let's all go to the moon.
Let's all go to the moon.
Let's all go to the moon. Get some cheese. Cheese, grommet. What? Oh, here we go.
Oh,
right.
my God. Deep breath.
Let me just take a deep breath. Roly, it really hurts hurts me to know that your guy, Jesus Christ, said, if a man lay down with another man, he shall surely be put to death. The second death, the second death, hellfire. Once you die, you know we all are going to die. No one is going to come and save you from the flames. That will be on your flesh. And Jesus said, I can't even read it. Jesus has written, those people to me, I know you're not away from me. What? Those people to me, I know you not away from me. Straight to the pit of hell. I'm not telling you this from just my opinion, because it was written that you shall not judge another lest he be judged that you're judging. This is coming down from God. I'm just his messenger. No, you're not. What an ego. I'm his messenger. Now you know God's word. So when you are standing before thy Lord, thy God, you can't say I never knew your words and laws because I just gave it to you. God bless you always. Think about when you die, where you are going forever. Farewell, friend. No offense at all. Take care.
You will not speak to your mother like that.
All in caps.
Like, calm down, sis. Like,
Oh my
calm
God.
down.
Also, if a man lay down with another man, you could just not lay down.
No, yeah, we'll stand on
Yeah, kitchen counter.
kitchen counter, the
Sitting
Last
on the
Supper
sofa.
table, on the sofa. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
Just midair.
Driving a car off a cliff. So this is what I always find interesting, because whenever I talk about this kind of stuff, and then there's that person that we heard earlier on being like, you always talk smack about Jesus. This is the people that I deal with 99% of the time when I talk about religion. Like, this is the people that I have to deal with all the time. Like, I don't take it seriously, but this is a normal thing to be told every day. That I'm gonna die, I'm discussing religious grace. Don't get that from atheists.
No.
Don't get that from it's only Christians.
There's so much self-righteousness with it. Like, I'm not judging you.
Yeah.
I'm not saying this. God says it. And I'm like, tell me where it literally says this about being gay.
Yes.
Specifically.
Yeah.
There are not these words. You have interpreted something and you are choosing to then share
Yeah.
your interpretation
Yeah.
and put that judgment on somebody else. So actually, you are the real sinner.
What a twist.
All men were crozzies back in the day. They used to wear dresses, didn't they? And they were fucking each other. What about the Romans? The Romans. It was like known. It was absolutely perfectly fine for them to be like, swallow the seed of the man because it makes you stronger. Look at all these like old Roman pots and all these old Roman things. There's like gay orgies happening in all of these scenes. Like there's raw dogging, like constantly. Porn. It is basically porn. Absolutely. OnlyFans on pots. That was their OnlyFans. Only pots. Only pots.
Another mentally ill nonce.
Yes.
What is the with it? Free Britain, of course.
Free Britain. Ross with all these numbers. Apparently I'm a nonce. A lot of these are just replies to me, just like existing on the internet. A lot of this doesn't really have real context. It's just people coming after me because obviously when you have a reach, people find you.
And when you're gay, people hate you.
Yeah, absolutely. And so I responded, I actually hate children and don't want any of them near me, but this is just projection. I'm sure we'd find some interesting things on your computer. I can't, so his response to that.
Lol, bet you wouldn't. Dad of 3 and 19 years in the Royal Marines. What does the Royal Marines have anything to do
Can't
with
be
it?
a Nazi for the Royal Marines.
What's a spineless like you ever done? That's right. Cool. Fucking waster, you're mentally sick. So
I love the fact that me saying we'd find something naughty on your hard drive, your response is, oh, I
Very
bet you
angry.
wouldn't. So yes, because you've quickly deleted it.
also like using being in the Royal Marines as a defense.
Yeah, weird. What an odd thing to like try to be no, you couldn't possibly be a naughty person in the Marines. If anything, I feel like I'm much more mentally stable than you, Free Britain.
Probably voted reform.
No, he's probably like, I formed my own party. It's the Nazis of Britain party. Not gonna lie, I find him horrendously unattractive, and it hurts my eyes to such a degree that I want to bleach them to attempt to never have seen such a thing again. But we shouldn't judge them because we have our own flaws to focus on. Self-aware queen.
Hey, judgment. We shouldn't judge.
Again, I'm very open with my looks and appearance. Like, yes, I don't consider myself the most attractive. I was really going to consider them. I feel like a very middle ground of like attractiveness. I find him horrendously unattractive. From a blank profile, what do you look like?
A Weasley-faced little runt.
That's so brutal and untrue.
And untrue. Thank you. I'm not horrendously unattractive. I'm moderately unattractive.
I mean, I was going to go mildly.
Mild. Okay, yeah, thank you, yes.
History is history. Cope harder. You are going to be held accountable for your actions after you die. You won't get off the hook evaporating into nothingness.
Absolutely. Do you want to share what's going to be very humbling for you? The never-ending blackness of death.
I always thought that it was just a coping mechanism before we had scientific reasoning for people to understand things they didn't understand, like religion.
I remember back in medieval times, a lot of religion was for control of the people. So people in power, like the royal family, because they were chosen by God as God's like voice on earth. Which is why we think royal family now seems a bit strange that they still sort of believe all this shit. But like in medieval times, when like the royal families, it was because that was how they controlled the population of their cities, because like, we are God's voice on earth. I can't escape history. What history is history? What history?
Because there's a mountain of evidence of people going to heaven and hell.
Yeah.
Have you not seen the videos?
Have you not seen the Skype calls? I'm just going to Skype call some lovely Jesus. Hello, Jesus. Yeah. Oh, babes. Yes. All these people talk about we're going to go to hell. All the good people are going to hell, sis. So this one actually rubbed me the wrong way. I don't normally get annoyed with comments, but this one actually got me the wrong way, right? So this person says, although I honestly like your content and videos, and to be honest, I honestly like your mono vids opposed to your joint videos. Oh, get out, scum, with other content creators, and take that as real. But if you do ever actually read this, that is my honest opinion. Either way, I would absolutely hate to be your neighbor. LeMayo, especially in the middle of the night when you're making your content. Thanks again.
Sorry, it's 1:45.
Time for bed.
First of all, I'd never film in the middle of the night. The reason I was annoyed by this is like, I can't believe that your opinion of me is so low, that you've got your opinion of who I am as a person is so low that you think that I actively make my neighbors' lives hell.
And that
like,
you're disrespectful.
That I'm disrespectful, that I'm the kind of person that would disrespect my neighbor. The wall next to me that I film in here, so this wall here is solid brick wall, and on the other side there's nothing there. There's nothing on that part. I would never in my life scream and shout and scream as loud as I possibly could to piss off my neighbor. I'm actually very respectful of my neighbor. In my old house, it was so unbelievably soundproofed. You could barely hear anyone else at all, even people upstairs or anywhere. No matter how you thought this was coming across. It's like, I'm actually a decent human being who doesn't make my neighbor's life hell. And I hate the implication that I'm like this thoughtless, careless
Wow.
I think it stings more when it's somebody being like, I like your content and your videos and I watch them, but here, let me just say this really disrespectful thing that I have just made up in my head.
Essentially, they're going, no offense, but...
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like, I assume that because you sometimes say loud things in your video, that you're just an arsehole all the time to neighbours.
Yeah.
And that when you do that, they can hear it and it disrupts them.
Yeah. Who's filming in the middle of the night, though?
I filmed in the middle.
Do you?
Cancelled.
I mean, to be fair, though, you are like a mouse. You're... And especially on your own, I bring it out of you. Same as Shaba. Whenever I film with either one of you, you get a bit more like rowdy. And I draw it out.
You really do. I'm like, oh my god, let me match this. Okay. Last time I saw this person, I said something transphobic. I mean it was years and years ago, and years later coming to the realization that not only am I not straight, but I'm also trans. I can say with complete confidence that I still hate this person and they annoy the fuck out of me still.
I'm so glad that after years and years, I still have real estate in your brain.
It's not my fault you're like in love with me or something.
What I don't understand is like, you can be like, oh, this person's channel and their style, not for me.
Yeah.
You just don't watch it. To be like, I hate this person. I don't know, what have you done? What did you do, Roly?
Well, that's yet to come out. You never know. Everyone gets cancelled at least some point, especially with the internet as long as I have. There's always talk about being on the internet for age and like getting rid of old content and things. But like, I genuinely am like, I have never really been like a
Not online.
No, not online at least. There's always people being like, they get cancelled because of things they said years ago. But when I was like younger, all I used to joke about was just like fisting. I was talking about like prolapsing. There was a whole story I could be like being prolapsed on the internet. So like that was my thing back in the day.
Right.
I don't know. So I started in 2008. So you do the maths.
Old.
You old poop face.
In September, it'll be 16 years I've been making content.
I'll be 13 in September.
What, if you look back in your history, what would you say that you made, is what you were talking about back then that you wouldn't do now?
Nothing, I'm perfect.
That's a lie and you know it.
Oh, Mary Poppins over here, sis. Like,
I don't, there probably is stuff. I maybe described things around like transitioning a little more like...
Surfing.
No.
Transmed here.
From like, no, not transmit, but like just from my perspective.
Yeah.
Rather than being a little bit broader with the discussions.
Okay.
That's probably, yeah. I think I'm a lot more like, you do you now.
Oh, I feel like I'm more hateful.
I get that vibe. Used to be lovely when we met.
I know. Says the dude that scribbles all over his body with permanent ink that lets other dudes dominate.
How would they know, Roly?
They found the video.
You whore!
Actually, if we want to talk about dominating, I am not submissive. That's all I'm going to say. Stupid. There was this video on Instagram. It was this woman who was going, this is how you properly retire a flag. And it was like this woman doing like an American flag. And she was with her husband. And she like folds the flag up. And she was like, you fold it like this and you can't possibly let it touch the ground. Fully serious. Can't possibly let it touch the ground. And then at the end she goes, so now we donate it somewhere so we can have a proper retirement.
What's a retiring flag?
It's a flag, Jamie. So I replied, cult behaviour, and suddenly the replies from like insane people was insane.
I'm just imagining like care homes where it's all like the little armchairs in a room in a circle with a TV. They've just all got folded flags on them. I bet our parents are embarrassed of you. If I was them, I'd wish I'd abort you. Don't have kids.
Don't have children. Don't have
kids.
children. Do not have
Please
children.
do not have children.
Wow. I always love this idea that people are like, I bet your parents embarrassed of me. Yes, I had a rocky childhood. But actually, all of my parents were accepting of who I was. None of them have been.
Yeah,
horrific.
I get the same thing. I get things like, oh, I bet your dad is so disappointed in you or your mom. And I'm like, no, mate. Like, they love me and...
Your parents are so embarrassed. No, yeah, actually, I ate them both.
You where?
Oh, where? Where are you?
You located. Where? SpongeBob shirt, but it came out 20 years after you wear. You wear different eyes and you think people will think they're real and you have no window.
This is what we call insanity.
I think somebody's just gone, let me put some words together and say something.
I literally do not own anything SpongeBob. I have absolutely no idea. Also, SpongeBob came in like 99. I'm only 34. Like, I'm not 60.
You stupid old bitch!
And you literally change your eyes?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to convince you that I've got jaundice eyes. Like, what stupid.
You pluck them out?
I do, yeah.
Ones.
Plucky wucky girls. It's almost like they forgot that they were going to age and their skin isn't going to be smooth and young forever. I'd love to see them when they're in their 40s and 50s. Why do you care what other... Like, I would never...
Is that a reference to tattoos?
It's a reference to my tattoos.
Oh my God.
I would never understand the notion that you are obsessed with how other people's skin is going to look when they're old. Why? I'd love to see them when they're in their 40s. I'm almost mid-30s. I'm in my mid-30s. Am I supposed to suddenly say all of my skin is going to suddenly sag in 5 years?
Yeah, you know when you stay in the bath too long?
Yeah,
that's going to be you in 5 years.
Absolutely.
All over.
I can't believe we've got Phasasia. This is very like 15-year-old thing, and 40 is really old. Because I mean, when I was young, I was always like, I'm so old, I'm 18.
You're nearly dead.
Who's got saggy grown skin at 40, 50?
No, this is a very skewed perception. Like, you're talking about when somebody's 70 or 80. Like, I think of my dad is nearly 70.
Yeah.
If he had tattoos, they would not be all like wrinkly. And also, there is nothing wrong with that, because if I'm honest, non-tattooed skin when you're 80 does not look fantastic.
Yeah, you're gonna be
when you're 30. I'd rather have some decoration on it for me personally.
Absolutely.
I am in no way concerned about having a wrinkly frog on my ankle.
Ribbit bit. I mean, it might look good if the wrinkle kind of goes along here on the frog. It's got like a gullet.
Yeah.
Or like, yeah, it's become a turkey frog.
And also, who knows? Maybe you've unlocked the secret to forever youth.
Well, I mean, as long as I've got money, I'll be getting lots of surgery when I get older anyways. I'll have an entire body lift. There! He is a boy! Stop this madness! I will never understand why. Well, first of all, I don't think I look like a woman. Or look, I feel like I maybe have a slight androgynous look to myself. Sometimes people call me they, them, whatever, it's fine. You know, do live your life, go. But like, this need for this person to be like, there! He's a boy! Stop this madness! I mean, I'm fully aware that I am a cis man.
That ain't no me!
I didn't call
you
myself...
needed to be told by Kate O'Kit.
I with all the numbers as well. Or they always have the fucking numbers next to their name. I don't understand like why you care. Like, why do you care if someone called me they, them? I don't get it.
This is definitely not out of caring about you.
Oh, no.
This is just like a gender-neutral pronouns are ridiculous. Stop it.
So this person filmed themselves doing something illegal. In the video, they were going, "Oh, this is illegal to do. And so I commented, this is illegal for public to go to. So I filmed myself going to the post it online.
You are literally gay. What?
What has that got to do with anything? Like, these people are so
It's
obsessed with
because
us.
they see it as an insult.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, let me really point out to the fact, you flaming homosexual
Yeah.
Roly,
What did you call me?
that you are gay.
Thank you,
If
yeah.
you didn't know,
Yeah.
you're gay.
And
that's a bad thing.
that
apparently.
makes it okay for them to film themselves doing illegal things and posting on the internet. That's such a weird common thing that people do, filming themselves doing like illegal shit. I'm not gonna get caught.
We have to call the police.
Like the prison officer.
Oh, not the
Did
set.
you hear about
Oh my! So in the UK, guys, we had this like woman who was caught being filmed by an inmate having sex with another inmate in their cell, and it wasn't just like a bit naughty, it was like fully raw dogging from behind, bending over, oral, like everything you can imagine, while like the other inmate is filming and the woman's like while she had a husband and children
And her badge number on show.
and her badge number on show. You could hear like the radio going off. It was just like utterly obscene. Like, so America had that girl, what was that, about a year ago, when she was having like orgies with all the police officers, and so now we've got this woman in here, so we've got our own version.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
But did people just not think they're gonna get caught?
I don't get it. Yeah, I don't know what did she think was going to happen. Like, you were filmed having sex with an inmate. No one ever say this. You're trusting these inmates to like not post it online.
So what do you have to say about gay people saying they don't believe in giving gay children surgery because they have gender dysphoria? What?
Weird.
Giving gay children surgery. You know, this is just somebody who is rampantly transphobic,
Yeah.
knows nothing about trans people,
Yeah.
and is trying to pretend that it's in the name of, I'm actually really gay friendly and I want to save all the little gay kids.
It's starting to sound like, why are you saying that to me as well?
I also don't know what surgery trans
Yeah,
kids
what?
get.
I don't know. Yeah, please list below with links and media and many
Evidence.
Yeah, evidence, please.
The surgeries that these children are getting.
Why do they genuinely believe that children are just going into surgeries offices and doctors like, oh, let's cut your tits off, Barbara? I'm completely made of bosoms.
Enough people with enough influence have started the lie.
Yeah.
And then nobody looked. It's the problem with the internet, isn't it? Nobody's looking into it. It's the whole confidently incorrect thing. And they're just like, oh my God, because this really prominent TERF has said something, that's all I'm going to believe.
Yeah.
Maybe we listen to the trans community.
No, actually, all time. As that pastor said, should be eradicated. Yes, I'm moving to Florida. Trump. Project 2025.
Can I take your temperature and check that you're okay?
Yes, but take from behind. Like a cat.
You talk too much. I'm going to click on your video on your YouTube channel that you're making alone, just you, and tell you that you talk too much.
I would never understand why people say things like this, because it's like, you're watching a reaction video. Do you want me just to be like...
Well, that's what they've got used to. Do you know how many reaction videos are on TikTok like that? Yeah.
Like, if you want to watch the video, just go and watch the original fucking videos. Like, why wouldn't... This one really confused me.
He defiantly didn't fast at Ramadan. Now, either they're saying they meant defiantly, and you defiantly, or they actually meant definitely. I feel like...
do they know who they're commenting on? Like, what?
I don't know if this is trying to comment on religious beliefs, or I don't understand what this could be commenting on. Defiantly.
I will not do it!
You copied your girlfriend. You didn't tell me you had a girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm a lesbian.
You wouldn't like that.
Your girlfriend's tattoos when she got them first, and now you have more than her, like you're trying to win a competition.
Oh.
And you have no window. Huh?
There's with the windows.
Window.
They're talking about Luxaria.
They're talking about Luxaria.
Yeah, because she is my girlfriend. We are, yeah.
I knew it.
Yeah, we knew it,
I
yeah.
called this.
Absolutely, Sindel and Roly.
I'm brokenhearted.
Oh dear. But the thing is, I don't understand, like, we have very different tattoos. So to say that someone copied the other person, it would mean I have to have something similar.
Yeah.
She's got black tattoos and I've got rainbow tattoos.
They're
Where's
very
the
different
copy?
vibes.
Where's the copying? Where's the copying?
The only similarity is yours have a horror theme. in
Horror
places,
themed, yeah, that's
and
true.
So do Luxaria's.
And Luxaria is a horror show.
I'm never shopping in BHS again!
Oh god, right, you ready for this?
No.
You ready for this? This is from Comfed Avery. LOL! Buddy gays only are allowed to do this sick when they... They do when civilizations collapse. This cycle has repeated for thousands of years, and as soon as you fucks are allowed to shake your dicks in front of kids in the street, that nation falls immediately and you're purged again. This is me talking about pride, by the way. Person on a tractor, like a tank, me in the way...
I love that your first thing was, that's a tractor.
Yeah, I don't know why I said tractor. Oh yeah, the tanks of Devon.
It's actually a lawnmower.
It's a lawnmower, yes, it is. This cycle has repeated for thousands of years. When, thousands of years ago, tell me when like there was a gay pride and then suddenly civilization fell in history. What?
No.
Sodom and Gomorrah?
Pompeii.
There was too much gayness in Pompeii, so God was like, volcano girls!
People probably believe.
Yeah, that's true, yeah, absolutely true.
I don't know.
And then they're a Confederate furry.
Oh.
That seems like a weird combination, because I always think
That
of furries
is.
as being very sort of like in the spectrum.
And also often lumped in when people talk about like sexual perversion.
Yeah, it's always, yeah,
people.
like right wing don't want furry cis. Like the
Yeah.
right wing do not want the furries.
Maybe they're like a pick-me.
Maybe a pick me furry. Can you imagine? Ella, yeah, I'm the one and only fox. Me on my way to make life a little bit worse for everyone else before killing myself. Like, what?
I assume he's trying to say that trans people make the world worse.
It's funny because it's actually you that's making the world worse. If you didn't exist, we would all just live harmoniously together.
That's what... If homophobia didn't exist, the world would be happier.
Yeah.
If gay people didn't exist, the world would be boring.
Boring. Oh, could you imagine?
Could you imagine?
Who's
Could
going to
you
make your
imagine?
curtains?
Imagine a world without Roly.
Thank God for that.
You lot are literally groomers! You don't know what a groomer is. You generally have no idea what groomers are now. Just existing. Just immediately existing. Again, this all applies to me talking about pride, like happy pride and all that stuff. And the amount of comments I got on that, me being groomers, I get that nonce comment earlier on. It's like, I don't want to be near children.
There's been a real, like, it's always been a problem.
Yeah.
But there's been a real, like, uptick in the amount of comments recently. I feel like it used to be quite exclusively targeted towards cis gay men. This
Yeah.
type of commentary.
I know, it's
and now it's just
everyone.
anybody. A lot of trans people I get this a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I've literally never tried to style a dog's hair in my life.
No.
So I don't know where this has come from. I'm so confused.
It's not funny.
Oh, full of jokes today, aren't you, Jamie? Yeah.
I mean, you are the stereotype, aren't you? Rather than just a normal person who happens to be gay, you make your sexuality your entire personality. You also appear to have mental health issues and a lust for attention, and not helping any stereotype either.
Do you know what's actually funny about this whole situation? Yes, I'm a bit puffy as the rainbow flag. But if you actually watch my content, none of it is really LGBT. Basically, nothing. I don't really post LGBT stuff on Instagram like that. Years and years ago, I used to, yes, all the time. But actually, I actually don't. I talk about piercings by modification. I don't really do anything. My entire personality making with sexuality. That's actually just completely just untrue.
It also screams of jealousy and also not being able to differentiate between your personality and your sexuality and saying that you're only this way, Roly, because you're gay.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, this is just you, Roly, and you are gay.
This is just me, yeah.
And
But I will say, I do have a lust for attention. All YouTubers are attention seekers. That's literally our job.
I hate attention.
Well, don't be a YouTuber then. The thing is, but it's true though, because all YouTubers like, because if you didn't get attention, you won't be able to do your job. So your whole job is to try to get people to watch you and to click on your videos.
Yeah.
So every YouTuber is an attention seeker.
There's an element of it. I'm happy for the attention online. It's a person that I'm like, stay away. No, if you say hello to me, it's
Oh,
fine.
no, he hates his audience. He absolutely hates all of it. Every time the camera turns off, he's like, ugh, stupid.
Wow.
Tell that to all the insane. That's a LGBTQ. Well, got a lot of the acronym, I guess. And commit masses and murders. Clearly sane behaviour. What LGBT people are
They mean
committing?
mass murder.
Yeah. What LGBT people are committing mass murders?
Aren't masses religious things?
Masses. Oh, we make mass. Oh yes, come to mass. What a beautiful sermon.
So really what they're saying is it's the religious people that do the murder.
Yeah. Where are these LGBT people making mass murders though? Like,
I have no idea.
Is that a thing?
Aren't a majority of like terrorists like white, straight, cis men?
Oh no, they're just mentally unwell.
And
It's only a terrorist if they got darker skin.
Get the facts right.
Yeah, Trump. Is he gonna win? Oh, Jamie, I'm scared because Biden's being insane.
I don't know. I'm scared.
I would rather share the gospel, and just like Jesus told the woman in adultery to go and sin no more, tell the LGBTQ people to go and sin no more, and believe the gospel lest a worse thing come upon them. A bit of grammar in that would have been very helpful, not just one long sentence. Again, religious people, soz.
What is the sin?
Yeah, what is the sin?
I want to know the specific LGBTQ plus sin.
Well, for me, it's sodomy, isn't it? For gays, it's
people
sods.
do that.
Yeah, they do.
It's not a reason to be homophobic. It's a reason to dislike.
Yeah. Oh God, this man, John 3rd chapter definitely lets us get pegged. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they should be against that. Mm-hmm. And they should be against cis straight people.
Oral.
And
it has to just be like missionary, and you can't look at your partner. A bag over your head.
Suffocation.
And if you ejaculate without being inside someone, that's murder, because all those lives you just killed. Wait a minute. They talk about semen, because there's the thing about don't wank because semen is alive or whatever. But like, does that mean that they say that every single woman has to have a baby with all of their eggs because their eggs, I guess, is a living thing, and so they're not allowed to have a period?
Based on their logic, for them to be consistent, they should be expecting somebody who produces eggs to be pregnant constantly. Ta-da! And then they're not
What a
wasted.
horrible world that would be. Jesus, overrun with...
Think of the overpopulation.
Jesus Christ! But just by looking at your profile picture, I'm advising you to visit a therapist as soon as possible, girls.
Wait, just from your profile picture?
Just my picture, yeah.
Oh.
I actually find my profile picture isn't actually that garish.
That bald head is cult behaviour.
Male pan baldness is cult behaviour.
I knew it.
Thank you, overlord of whatever, the DNA. Like,
I feel like at some point in their lives, a majority of men will go bald or at least balding.
Balding, yeah.
It's very uncommon to find a 70-year-old dude with a full head of hair.
Yeah. The thing is, what's funny about this is they'll say, oh, God created you as he is. But like, I had no input. You talk about the gay things that you want, but when it comes to being bald, that literally, I had nothing to do with that. Like, that was just my DNA.
Well,
like,
apparently it's a behavior.
It's a cult behavior, yeah. So who am I? Who's my overlord? Mr. Clean? Like, I don't understand. Like, what? Oh, yes, pray to Mr. Clean. Like, what?
You went into a trance state and put Nair in your shampoo.
Oh.
And you are still doing
absolutely,
now.
yeah. No, stop. The more you know.
At least they don't have mental illness. That's a bit mean to people who have mental health issues, because it's like, is that the worst thing that someone could ever be have?
You can never tell. Like, we could joke if we want, but if you actually want to take this comment seriously, you literally cannot tell if someone's got mental illness by the way they look. Anyone can have a mental illness, whether that's even it's like more serious ones to less ones. It's all on the mental illness umbrella. You can literally never tell by just looking at someone.
No. And to make it seem like it's a
gotcha moment.
Well, at least you don't. Yay, you get 1 brownie point. If it wasn't for real men, you would be wiped off the map.
Pansy's going
With a Z.
Maybe he's trying to like not get taken off, like comment deleted.
Oh.
Pansy. I've not had that one in a long time. Are you a pansy? Bit of a pansy?
Love it.
I remember years ago, this is back when I was maybe like 15, who gave me so? Was it my granddad gave me a bag? I had to take like a bag down to the shop because I was dealing with my grandparents, so obviously I did things for them just to make it easier. And my granddad gave me a bag and it was like sort of like a salmon pink kind of colour. And I just like picked up and I walked out. I was like, oh, I look like a pansy. And my granddad just shouts out the window, bye, pansy. And it was so, I love my granddad. He was so accepting. I absolutely loved that. It was one of my fond memories when I heard this like pansy. I remember walking down with this little funny pink bag. And it was like, bye, pansy. Oh, he was a weird man, but I loved him.
And you're not a real man.
And what is a real man?
Real men roll in their own shit and go to war.
Isn't that romantic?
Oh,
That's a real
absolutely,
man.
yeah. The thing is as well, is when we talk about this kind of stuff, I think about like real man and then they'll be like, oh, because real men think of like high testosterone and stuff. People who lose their hair tend to have high testosterone.
All cancels each other out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, maybe we need to accept that we're all sinners. Of course you think that. You're gay after all. You're gay.
I'm gay.
So now, that's
I have absolutely... Don't grind my willy.
I'm also gay, but a patriot, lol, just because you had some be a jerk on your post because you're gay, doesn't give you the right to be that way to others. Sri.
I have absolutely no idea what this first person's talking about.
What are they talking
I have
about?
absolutely no
I honestly
idea.
really can't stand it when people are like, I'm also LGBT in some way, which gives me a right to now tell you how you should feel and the fact that you should actually have to put up with homophobia.
Absolutely. Yeah. Blair White.
Because I'm gay and I don't care about it.
Yeah, stupid. Yeah, anyone who's like
Yeah, Blair White.
LGBT who is that? Like all the pick me. It's like it's really sad. Milo.
Wow.
Who's like, didn't he like? There was. I remember that whole thing happened a little while ago. It was that it was like talking about how he like, oh, it's actually okay for me like a nonce. Like it was stupid. That's why he was cancelled by the right wing because he talked about being a nonce or something. And it was like, what are you doing? Dumsy dum 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 dum. Says the reptilian-looking dude. I'm a reptile. I live on the moon. The conspiracy theories are right. David Icke was right.
You came out from the Earth's core.
I did. Yeah. Matt Walsh for president. Could you imagine? Goodbye. This is my goodbye.
Women would not have rights at all.
Oh no, it would literally be Handmaid's Tale.
And this is why it's so horrendous, because people like J.K. Rowling, he is quite obviously a massive misogynist and just awful towards women and other groups of people. And J.K. Rowling is like, I'm being transphobic in the name of women's rights. Let me just support all these misogynistic men.
Awful. Like we always talk about what else she's gonna do, like mask off and everything. Like now at this point, it's like literally like skull is being exposed. There's so much mask has come off, and now it's just bone. If you don't like America, then leave. I'm American now. Howdy, y'all. I'm Roly. America's called me Roly. That's how they pronounce it. Roly.
Roly.
Yeah, as if it's like Holly. It's like, no, it's only one L, sis.
Roly.
Roly. Or, as the British say it, puff. Luxera calls me Roly Shweadu.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got you.
And I call her...
You can talk. He looks like the man that did One Man, One Jar.
Your bio tells me maybe you are a cult leader. I am.
You would be correct.
I would be correct.
Yes.
Yeah, please send me. This is my PayPal. Send me donation.
So that you can build a rocket to the moon.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh. They, them over here. Again, I don't understand like why. Do I look? I mean, I know I look puffy, but like, do I look androgynous?
You look disgusting.
That I don't look like a man? I feel like when you look at me, I would go, oh yeah, he's probably he, him.
I feel like yes, because also the type of people that would be saying this thing, because there are some people who will just always use they, them, unless they hear someone's pronouns or it's in bio, which is fair, that's cool, it's respectful, but that's not this type of person.
No.
They're saying this to diss you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like they're just saying it like, oh, you come across so femininely, I'm not going to gender you correctly. Which is just shitty.
Do you know what I really dislike about this as well? This is a nerdy geek. Drew collects. I remember seeing this thing because I went on their profile and they collect Funko Pops and stuff. I was like, the nerd community reject you, sis. The geeky nerd community are accepting bunch. They're the most probably accepting bunch of people I've actually been around.
That's wild. That you believe that people having patronage for the country that they love and are from is cult behavior when you are literally supporting a group of people who encourage the mutilation and manipulation of children. Literal brainwashing that seems like cult behavior to me, so think twice before you say such things. Where's the fucking commas?
I'm dyslexic and even I know how to use a little bit of grammar. Like
It irritates me that was just one
long sentence.
We needed at least like 3 or 4 commas and a couple full stops. Like, why?
Supporting a group of people who encourage the mutilation and manipulation of children. You literally do that.
That's a transphobic trope, but like watch kids who have been totally brainwashed by the church.
Oh my god, did you ever see that video? They were like,
they're crying.
Loads of kids, they're like this, they're like sobbing. I'm like, you are like 10 years old.
Yeah,
like,
that's manipulation of children into making, because you're not born religious, but you are born trans or you're born LGBT+.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Dear Roly, I hope this message finds you well.
It found me in hell.
I wanted to kindly request that we use proper grammar when communicating. For instance, instead of saying videos, it would be more accurate to say video.
So this person commented, so my last video with Callum, I said gays react to anti-gay videos, because our series, the whole series as a whole is called Gays React to Anti-Gay Videos. That's what we call.
React to one video.
So there was only one video in it, but like it's the series name because we react to multiple videos over a set amount of time. I don't get I hate this sort of like people that we have. Yeah, they're patronizing, and like the people that have the need so strong to one up you that they just like say things like this. It's like just be quiet.
Curb your insolent tongue, wench.
And also, I'm not sorry. You set this out like a formal letter with the Dear Roly, comma, line. Where's your line, Best wishes,
Yeah.
Joshua Banks.
Yeah.
You've not done it correctly either, mate.
No. So this is actually quite funny. Someone goes, you got to criticism. You got to cheat criticism. When you have so many of the same piercings. I don't understand why people think that because I have helix piercings and I'm criticizing people who've got helix piercings, it's the same thing. Because I did them professionally. I'm not on the internet shoving sewing pins, telling people to shove sewing pins through their ears.
Yeah, it's
the
not
fact that you
just
think that's the
what.
same thing.
It's the how as well.
Yeah,
that's
like
really important.
What? Like, so that's what your issue is, that I've got the same piercings, not for the person shoving just like sewing pins and blunt objects through their face and their ears. It's such a weird. I don't know how people have no. Again, it's no critical thinking.
Megan Fox is trans as well. Their father is a woman, and all these Baphomet worshipping celebrities are inverted. Oh my god, it's a transvestite.
Is it transvestite? I was out. I don't know why I got commented this on one of my videos. I was
Very
like,
relevant.
why?
I've heard the Megan Fox one before. It's something to do with the fact that she has a jawline. And I
Oh.
think a slightly visible Adam's apple. Megan Fox is deemed masculine.
Maybe she's been. What's that thing that all the fucking Gen Z are doing? Face maxing, whatever it's called. What's that thing now where they're like chewing on those things to give themselves huge jawlines? Face maxing. I think that's what it's called. I'd rather just have filler. Like, don't let all this like chewing on things for age. Just put some filler in there. You're done.
There's a thing as well you can put in your mouth and you like open and close.
Oh, that was stupid. These things don't work. A lot of them don't even work. It's all just a scam anyway. Wonderful. Keep yourself nice and cool. It's very warm in this room. So this person says, overreaction, in my opinion. And this is on a video. So when me and Callum went our separate ways, because we broke up. Oh, so sad. This person was like, it's an overreaction because we cried in the video. And it was like, I replied to this person being like, I'm so sorry that you've never experienced love like this before. Imagine, like me and Callum had lived together for 10 years almost 10 years at this point. We've known each other about 11 years. Like, of course we were going to be sad when we went separate ways. Like, we had lived together for so long. Like, the idea that you'd be like, it's an overreaction. It's like, you clearly have never experienced any kind of connection with someone if you can't even fathom that someone might cry a bit when they say they're going to separate. Like, what?
Like, whether it's a relationship, friendship, family, stopping living with. Like, how many parents cry when their kids move out?
Absolutely.
How many people, like, after uni feel really sad that they're no longer living with their uni friends anymore? It's perfectly normal, not an overreaction. And I think it's potentially a comment on the whole, like, men shouldn't cry.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Even though we're both raging homosexuals. No. Puff, don't cry. Man up, yeah, puff, puff.
Gay?
Real men who don't cry are the reason why you're still alive.
Absolutely, yes.
So stop shedding those tears.
Yeah.
It's disrespectful.
Call me a f***er.
No. Congratulations, you've officially outed Luxuria and her location. Guess you're moving, so don't care about their safety. What?
So this in the video, I was so shocked when I saw this because first of all I was like, you clearly lack critical thinking skills. So in my reveal video that me and Callum are going separate ways, obviously we talked about how we lived in Wembley Park.
Yeah.
And so Luxuria also lived in our building.
Yeah.
There was 2 comments that were kind of like that, being like, you've outed, how dare you, I can't believe you doxed your friend. She was also leaving. Like, we were leaving at the exact same time. Like, the idea that you would go, like, you instead of thinking in your brain, oh, maybe something else is going on there, because she had also talked about things coming up as well.
Yeah.
Like, the idea that your brain would go, oh, he would do that to his best friend. Have an ounce of critical thinking.
And like the idea that if you did do that to her in a malicious way, or even an accidental way, and she was staying there, that she wouldn't have something to say.
Yeah, like she wouldn't say anything about it.
And that the video would even stay up for a relevant number of people to see it.
So stupid. Like, you really think that little of me. It's a little bit like the other guy that said about Neighbours. You think that little of me that you think I would do that to my best friend.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna dox her. No, she was also leaving. Like, we were all leaving at the same time. I just don't, it's so weird. Like,
I can see why that would rile you up.
Yeah,
because
it's
like, oh wow, you think I dislike my best friend
Yeah.
so much I want her to get doxxed.
Like, it's so dumb. These kind of people don't actually like you, and I think some of these people, they're just waiting. They hate watch you, and they wait for just one little thing that they can suddenly comment about. And I think, because that's why, because I'm like, that is such a reach. Like, that is not even like anything. Actually, that's such a reach, and I think, oh, they've waited for something and they've latched onto whatever they possibly can, even if it's a bit unhinged, so they can try to cancel you. No, imagine being you. Actually, I have a very fun life, thank you.
Sorry to sort of imagine being bald.
Imagine being bald.
Imagine the savings on shampoo.
I know. yeah, it's the same people that go, so, do you use face wash? How far do you go up? I was like, oh, for God's sake, this is such an old comment now. Can we move on? Well, guys, we are well and truly aboard that trip. My voice is going when screaming so much. Well, guys, we're well and truly aboard that trigger train. Choo-choo, ding down the railway, about to crash off a cliff and plunge to my death. Ooh, oh, squad for Jesus. Oh, Jesus loved to get paint. Oh, Jesus loved to get rolled up and lost at a table. Oh, Jesus loved to be horrendously unattractive. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me. I honestly can't believe the comments you get.
No, so if you don't know, me and Jamie on his channel for like what we've done, maybe 3 of them, 4.
We've done a few.
We've done a few. So essentially, we've done reacting to Jamie's hate comments, and I was always like, do you know what? Let's flip the tables, because obviously his is a lot more transphobia, mine's a lot more homophobia. So I was like, let's see what he thinks of mine. And yeah,
People
bonkers.
really go in deep, because mine's like transphobia. You have a big nose, transphobia. That's
And mine just like. You have scribbles in your arm and no window.
Yeah, I feel like people comment a lot more on you than your identity.
Yeah.
I mean, they still comment on that as well, but that's
Yeah, I mean, if they thought I was insecure about my looks and everything, I wouldn't be doing this job. Especially the level that I'm doing it. Can you imagine being like really painfully insecure and having this audience and doing as much as I do on the
I
internet?
think you'd struggle having that many tattoos.
Yeah, like, don't look at no, help me, I'll die.
Thank you for showing me that. I loved it.
You're welcome. So we're going over to Jamie's channel now. So your video is going to be up after mine because this is actually going up Thursday. I'll link his channel down below, but we're doing a trans investigators, aren't we?
We are the totally bananas conspiracy theory. I can't wait to show you.
So more those Megan Fox comments, I'm assuming. No,
There are some surprises.
Are they? Oh,
Yeah.
Is it me?
Maybe.
I'm a trans woman.
You are.
But yeah, so Jamie's links all down below. Make sure you go check out his channel. And yes, your video will be up, I'm sure, like whatever. And as soon as it is, I'll link the actual video in the description as well. You know, make sure you go check out Jamie. I'm sure a lot of you know who he is by now.
Check me out.
Oh, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. There's a QR code here as well if you're watching on a TV. Scan your phone, subscribe to the channel, join the fabulous world of a massive shout out to my lovely patrons whose names you can see on the side of the screen here. Thank you for being a patron. And an extra special shout out to my top tier patrons: Blue, Gem, TNS Mum, Adam Bretbatch, Nova, Ryloves Rory, Cameron Pittman, Rishi, Athena Fallen, Angel Berrington, Erin Grace, Benjamin Baker, Robert Scott Palmer, Bethard, Steph Boutique, Caitlin Wright, Chloe Louise, Cassie H, Shell Herman, and Kelly Bowser. Thank you for being a top tier patron. You guys are a delicious wishy. Anyway, be fabulous, be amazing, be gay, be everything you want to be. And you were all horrendously unattractive.
Including me.